We're going to start this show in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, y'all? What's up? This your boy, Fatcat from the Fatcat Show. Evidently, at the beginning of the show, you see that my lines have from Blog Talk have went out, but that's okay. I'm back in effect. I haven't had a show in 2 weeks, simply because I had a lot going on, and of course, anybody that knows me personally know that I recently became a minister, and so my time has really um, been tied up into church affairs and all that. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight to check me out on the Fat Cat Show. My co-host, Satellite isn't in, and my phone lines have went out from Blog Talk Radio. One day they'll probably do me right, but I really don't know what's going on. What up, cuz? Yeah, my phone lines just went out. I hate that. Yeah, but anyway, like I said, once again, thank everybody for tuning in. And if you want to show your support, catch your boy. Subscribe to Fat Cat Show Network on YouTube, y'all. Show your love. Let's get these subscriptions up, my subscribers and all that up. And you could catch me on Instagram also, and Periscope, and all the above platforms that you see on your screen. But anyway, it was a lot of news I missed since I've been out of the way. Of course, Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther star, dying. Sad case. It was real weird. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I believe that it's something to his death. It's just weird. Being the strong black man as he was, as he seemed to be. I'm gonna just say that because I never knew him personally, but just what he seemed to be as a strong black man. It would seem that he would have tried to, not really disclose the illness, but show people that he was really a fighter behind all that. I really think somebody dropped a whammy on him, but and then he played Jackie Robinson. Then all of a sudden he dies on Jackie Robinson Day in baseball. That's too coincidental to me. But I'm not gonna get off into my conspiracy theories and all that. And then of course, the police shooting of Jacob Blake, and the only thing that I have to say about that is, like, we know what climate we live in as far as police brutality and cops murdering blacks. So whenever you getting pulled over by cops, and we know the narrative, we know that we are racially profiled and targeted. So let's not give them any inkling of anything to target us or do anything left field to us. So we have to be our own good conscience. You know what I'm saying? I don't make it no better that they shot that man in his back so many times, but I think the main thing that we're trying to do, of course we want to be free to walk wherever we want to go and do whatever we want to do, but the ultimate goal is to make it back to our families. So I think the cops were wrong, but who to blame initially in that? I hate that the young man chose to walk back to his car and put his hands in the car and all that, because they didn't know what he was doing. But if it was me personally, as the cop, I probably would have been scared too, because I didn't know. You don't know what this man's doing. You don't know what he's reaching for or nothing like that. But that's as far as I'm gonna go with that. I don't want to get too much into it. But anybody that got any comments, I don't have no phone lines right now, and this is my first show back since 2 weeks. A lot going on. But if you want to comment on anything, y'all, just comment, and we'll get to your questions as soon as we can. So, but anyway, it was something else. The founder of Kool in the Gang died. A lot of people are just leaving here, and I'm just seeing a pattern of just deaths, just people just falling off, and it's it says something to you. Anybody you beefing with, anybody that you got any kind of gripes with, you need to just put them in the past. Let's live. While we got time on earth, let's just do things the right way. Let's just learn to love each other as much as we can while we still here. And I did something rude too today. I was supposed to start the show off by wishing everybody happy birthday, all of that. My mom's wanted to wish my mom a happy belated birthday. Her birthday was the 8th of September, and my cousin Rick is on the 9th, was yesterday. And anybody that's celebrating birthdays, and also I want to give my condolences to people that lost someone too, because life, if you got life, you got death. So I want to give my condolences to those who may have lost people. So I hate not having my phone lines because I like to directly talk to people, but it's all good. I'm gonna make this the best little show that I can right now. Not having my co-host, and it seemed kind of weird talking to yourself. But if you can keep me company, just for a few ticks, and any comments or any of the topics that we have here, feel free to put the comments below. One of the things I want to talk about is a video that I saw of a young lady. This video kind of pissed me off, y'all. Young lady, a mother of 7, that was happy that CPS took her kids. Child Protective Services took her kids. This video really pissed me off. And we're going to dive into it. We're going to look at this video. And feel free to comment on what you think about the video and all that. I'm pretty sure people that's on social media probably got a chance to check this video out. I mean, it really pissed me off because I can't stand parents that don't take care of their kids. That includes fathers, deadbeat mothers, whatever. But this is a sad case of a woman that shouldn't have never had kids, that should never, ever have kids ever again. But this is a sad case. Check this video out and let's talk about it. And place your comments in the box, and I'll get with you.
Fuck out of here. But yes, like I said, they came and got them bitches. Shay, they gone. Them bitches gone. Them bitches is gone. All 7 of them. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, hey. Okay, y'all, for real, I'm finna get the credit. They took my kids. Girl, yes, them kids was bad as fuck anyway. Fuck them kids. Veronica, for real. Fuck them kids, girl. Fuck them kids. I keep letting my shit go out. What's up, cuz? They came and got them kids. What's up, cuz? Delilah. What's up, Key? Cuz? Dog. Francois. I don't even know if I be saying that right. But I'm fucking crying too, because they came and got them motherfuckers. It's the happiest day. About ass and pussy, one type of lie. They came and got them motherfuckers. They came and got them. Do you hear me? You hear me, Willie? Motherfuckers believe anything. But they came and got them, though. They came and got them. Happiest day of my life.
Damn, bro, I'm in the house. I'm in the right house.
I'm talking about, I should have took a picture of them motherfuckers when they was leaving out the door. I should have recorded.
Keep going on.
I should have recorded. Yes, Marie, they really think so. So, actually, now listen though. Boy, hit her shit all summer. Fuck them.
I can't take no more. Real sad case. And my question would be, is that people concentrate on having sex so much. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love sex. You know, I'm a married man. I love having sex with my wife and all of that. And even before I was married, I love sex. But you got to be responsible with sex. You know, you know that it's a potential for you to bring children into the world when when you have sex. So this young lady evidently, just irresponsible enough to just keep laying down and having baby after baby until she got 7 kids. And now, these kids got to suffer and be in the system because you basically had fun but don't want to take care of the responsibility behind your fun. And now, these kids are suffering and it's nothing to this chick. And I'm sorry. I'm a minister and I love the Lord and I mean, but stuff like that is hard for me. I can't stand ratchetness. I'm sorry. I said I hope she never needs anybody because she will find out what it is to be alone. Yeah, because that just is sad. It is real sad. And the bad part about it is like, the one thing I guess you have to be happy for is that they're away from a mother that truly don't love them. And so I guess that's the part that I could really kind of like hang my head on and hang something on that they won't be in a house that don't have love don't have love in it. So I respect it a little bit, but why have them in the first place? Where is this young lady's mother? Evidently her. I just can't see a mother. Even with a grandmother around, her mother, letting this type of thing happen unless she really can't, get with it. That's bloodlines. Those are bloodlines, that you dealing with there. Those are your kids. When I just can't. I'm thankful to God that I had the mother that I had. You know what I'm saying? And I think each generation, the mothers and the parents are just getting weaker and weaker, and it's sad to me that that we're living in this time and age where you just having people that just want to have sex but don't are not good parents. They just sex buddies, but they don't want to take care of kids, but they want to keep doing the thing that can produce kids. And that's a sad case. And just even more, I'm tired of emotionless women. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get into that part later about women and emotions and stuff like that because it's in my late topic. The main topic of today. But this is just a sad thing to me. I really couldn't imagine coming up under a mother like that. And it's just like, and I bet you she was the type that cussed the kids out. Who says F your own kids? You had them. You took the time to have these kids. You took the time to bring these kids into the world, and for you to just turn around and just have their lives. I don't know how old these kids were or anything. I really didn't want to dive into the story more than it was because it's hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Because I in my travels of work and in my employment, I worked with troubled kids. I worked with juvenile kids who were thrown away to the system, and it was a hard do, and I just couldn't imagine dealing with that. What are you know, these kids that you done put out here? These are the kids that's gonna be walking around when I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? And it's scary. You know how emotionally scarred are these kids gonna be? You know, and for a black woman to throw away somebody. Anybody black should understand, what it feels like to be thrown away or counted out, or just the battle alone that comes along with being black. And you making it extra harder for an individual. You killing their stuff before they can even get started. You killing it for them before they even get started in life, and it's sad. And so, to her, man, I hope Charlamagne the guy that's on the Breakfast Club, I hope they covered this and gave her donkey of the day. And but most importantly, I'm gonna say this as a minister. I hope and I pray that she get it together and something touches her heart or something. But I feel bad for those kids though. But anyway, I don't know what does y'all take out there. I don't this is sad. This is very, very sad. I don't know how many people are on here. Okay, I see a couple of people, and I don't know. I know it's a lot of people that were. Wait a minute. I feel for the children because of what they will go through because of her selfishness. Yes, yes. And one thing I can't stand is irresponsible. I mean, whether it's a man or a woman. Whether it's a man or a woman, I can't stand foul mouth, ratchet, individuals, period. But I do. I mean, because I grew up watching women of integrity. My mother, my grandmother, Ethel Friend, my great aunt, Mary Jones, and I just watched women of integrity, Sister Shobe, and just all these women that I got to watch coming up. They carried themselves with a certain integrity, and they knew how to, be women. And these women nowadays, I mean, my God, I feel sorry for, my sons that gotta eventually find wives or so, and I just don't get it, and I hope and I pray that my sons don't run into a woman like that. Yeah, that's why I try to teach my daughter to be, responsible and stuff like that. I was talking to her about her growing up and finding a husband and eventually having kids and making me a grandfather and all that. My daughter was like, hold up, Dad, you moving too fast. I don't want to hear all that right now. And I just, I just laughed at it and I said, okay, you can keep that mindset for a little bit. And I remember one of the scariest times for me that I used to think one of the scariest things for me is just, getting old and being called granddad or something like that. And I felt that in the beginning, I felt like it was something to frown upon. But now I'm more, not saying that I'm in a rush to be a grandfather, but I'm looking forward to that honor of being a grandfather and being able to have my grandkids sitting with me in church and just doing, just being a granddad, period. But I'm not moving no time soon to, rushing it to be a grandfather. But it's all good though. But anybody that got any comments or anything like that, unfortunately, I don't have my phone lines. But like I said, you could write your comments down below, and let me know what you think. And we're gonna go into my next topic today. I don't have no sense of time on this thing. I don't think this show gonna be so much long because usually I have my my setups when I got phone lines and I'm able to gauge the crowd more and all that. But if you got any comments, like I said, you could write it in the box. Wait a minute. Cuz said back in the 70s, I heard women say they weren't going to raise their kids the way they were and they didn't. You know what? Cuz I heard, you know what? I heard that. I heard that too. I definitely heard that too. You know, the thing that I think with me, why I said that I wasn't, and I would say this, you think I'm being biased, but coming up, I didn't think I was that much of a bad kid. I didn't come up, I didn't disrespect adults. I wasn't a thief. I didn't sell drugs. I didn't smoke. I didn't do none of those type things. And one of the things that I thought that kind of like got me a little bit is like even with my kids now, my kids are not bad kids like that. Of course they have their little hang-ups every once in a while. Like the most my kids to do, like if I tell them to do something, they might forget to do it. They might forget to do it sometimes. I'll be like, I might say they might be doing something like homework, and I'll be like, hey, don't forget to do them dishes. Don't when you finish, don't forget to do that. Typical kid type things. But I don't think that you should get a whooping for everything. I think, everything doesn't have to be a whooping. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to whoop your kids all the time. And that's one of the things, now if they're real egregious in what they do, if they one of them kids that, like, hey, real hard headed, just blatantly hard headed and doing all that, of course, then you don't spare the rod. But I just think, a lot of times I didn't agree with a lot of the whoopings that I got back when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I got whoopings for like I suppose that like one of my cousins, she was fast, and I couldn't keep up with her. She was the type that always chasing the drug dealers and all that, and by me being the oldest grandchild, the responsibility was given to me to try to keep up with her, but I could barely keep up with myself. So and if she got lost or I couldn't find her, then most of the time I got a whooping, and I didn't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just it was just things that I didn't. I think that's what I do a little bit different with my kids. I don't have to whoop them all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know when the last time they actually got a whooping. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids, they don't do things egregious. They don't do that egregious stuff. But not saying that I don't have to get with them, but it's just one of them things. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. But I just do the best that I can do. You know what I'm saying? But praise God for my grandfather who was my major disciplinarian, because he put the fear of God in me, and he put the fear of the law in me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess that was the way they came up in their day and all of that, where hey, if they thought you was being unruly or something like that, then it was a problem. So, but rest in peace to the late Pastor R.B. Friend and Ethel Marie Friend, First Lady. I'll forever be grateful for the way I came up and I was raised, and I'm thankful for my mother, Sandra Friend Riley, who as a single mother, raised me and did all the right things. And so, I'll be always thankful for that. But I want to go into something right quick before our main topic, and this kind of challenges me too, and it is on is the dope dealer respected more than the preacher? And one of the things that got me is that it seems like people that are church goers. Wait a minute. Let me get this. Punishment should fit the crime, and every kid is different, but not all need a whooping. Yeah. That's what I was saying, cuz you know what I'm saying, and and I think it's a thin line. Use your judgment. You know how your kids are. You know how your kids are and stuff like that. And I think my dad told me this right quick, and I'm gonna get back into the top. My dad told me this. He said, your grandparents and my parents, they were a generation removed from slavery, so everything was kind of like harder back then, and they were real stern, and they didn't take people getting out of place. You know what I'm saying? And so that was the way they came up, and they didn't know no better. But that was the way they were raised. So to a degree, I always try to break the chain of thing. But don't get me wrong. When it's time to pull that belt out, I'll pull it out. I give a kid I spank a kid in a minute. But it's just one of those things though. But I wanted to get into that. Is the dope dealer respected more than the preacher? You look in our neighborhoods, and even though I don't live around that type of stuff no more, I still venture in the hood. Of course, my church is in the neighborhood and all that, and I seen, and even around the church, I'm seeing little traffic and certain people that are, in the neighborhood that people kind of like honor and look up to, and these be the guys that's out here that's selling weed, that's selling, all kinds of things, doing all kinds of things, and it seemed like nobody gives them no flack. Nobody is saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be out here doing that." But let somebody, a man of God or a preacher, come around, then the first thing a person want to do is say, hey, y'all believe in that white Jesus, and they get more flack. People of God get more flack than the drug dealer do. And I see that's a problem. And I done seen in my lifetime, coming up in the church, I done seen in my lifetime where people actually, the belief in God has actually converted people's lives. Like, I could think back where a story that happened in the church with my grandfather praying for a man that was going to kill his wife. This man walked past the church. He had a shotgun and an axe, and he was walking by the church, and he heard my grandfather preaching in there. He came in there, and he asked my grandfather to pray for him. And my grandfather prayed for him. This man was a big dude. My grandfather prayed for him, and that man put that axe and that shotgun down, and he thanked my grandfather, and he cried when my grandfather prayed for him. I mean, this dude was humongous. When I seen him come through that church, man, I was trying to jump out the window. But it was things like that. I don't know if this man ended up giving his life over or what happened to him, but I know for that day, that woman's life was spared. And that's one of the things that I don't get, where people embrace God and they make changes in their life for the better, and somebody always got something to say about white Jesus or why you believe in that, or why but yet these same people don't say nothing against the drug dealer that's making a neighborhood worse. That you know what I'm saying? It's just things like that kind of like baffle me. And that's why I say it seems like I know the scripture says men prefer darkness over light, and we get into that time now where so much is happening, and and people got a false sense of security, and I heard people say they God. I heard people relying on people rely on an 80-year-old white man in office more. They'll tell you to go vote, and say a 80-year-old something white man is gonna make a difference if you go out here and vote for him. Like, isn't that the Santa Claus theory too? If you say that me believing in God is a Santa Claus theory, then wouldn't believing that an 80-year-old white man in office is going to change anything? Wait a minute. Development. Thank you. So it's definitely. Wait a minute. So many people don't want God, but want money. At the same time, they find excuses or faults in a preacher. Yeah, I mean, we not sitting here. We not saying that there's not bad preachers out here. Said women were given the gift of manipulation, men given strength and logic. Wow. Hey. But with that being said, because we got what 30 something minutes. I'm gonna go into the topic. Since magnetic vortex then said something, so I'm just going into our main topic. Our main topic for today is who is more responsible for the decline of relationships, men or women? And treat her like a celebrity should treat you like a fan. You definitely right. Magnati, you definitely right. And I hate to start it off like that, but I'm gonna say this, Magnati. What you think about this? This is one of my theories. Of course, from the beginning of time, we know that men, we've been dogging women for ages. We've been dogging them for ages, and I mean, not saying that, but it was a rarity. You had your bad females back in the days too. I'm talking about your great grandma days and all that, the wild west days, the biblical days. You had all of that, but I think what made relationships even worse. And ladies, before you jump on me, just hear me out right quick. I think what made it worse is when women got to the phase where they said, "Oh, anything you can do, I could do better." And I think the minute that the women started adapting this behavior, things started really going downhill. Of course, you had because you had some of the men started changing. You know what I'm saying? We started to want to adapt relationships. We started to want to be in relationships and all that. Now the women became harder. Now they like, hey, we tired of your bull crap. We gonna do the same thing. We gonna have us a boyfriend and all that. We gonna have us a boyfriend and all that too. And we gonna do our thing. You know what I'm saying? So I remember back in the 90s, like 95. I remember when I was a single dude. I went out to a nightclub, and it was a woman there sitting next to me. Sat next to me at the table. She was married, and I remember this woman came on. She was like, "I want to take you home. I want to do this to you. Do that." And I remember back then, I was in the 1990s. I was 20 something. So it warped my view of marriage. So I got to thinking like, man, if this is a married woman, shoot, why do I want to get married if this woman is thinking like this? Wait a minute, let me read this comment from McNett. He said, for a lot of women, marriage is like landing a dream job. then a couple of years later demanding half ownership in the business they hired you. Dog, that's powerful. I like that. That's powerful right there. But I agree with you. I agree with you. Case in point, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, what he going through right now. Me and a friend was just talking about that right now. You know, Carol said I agree with you. Dr. Dre, he's worth what, $1 billion? He's worth $1 billion dollars right now, and now his wife is getting is divorcing him, and so now she's making up this list. You know, why do we have to break up? I mean, it's one thing to divorce and split in a marriage, but it's another thing trying to throw dirt on me on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we remain, civil to each other going the way out? We did have kids together. We did coexist before together. So why do we got to go out on a bad note? I don't know what Dr. Dre did to her personally or anything like that, but for her to, I seen somebody had a list of what she was asking for in a divorce settlement, and she had something like $2 million for laundry, for laundry, and it's like ridiculous. And I'm like, come on now, this man did his deed. Of course, give her some money, but is she entitled to have his things? Of course, she's a lawyer too, so she ain't shabby herself. But I know lawyer money ain't Dr. Dre money, but I can see her, being able to get a piece of the pie. I'm pretty sure he would have, Dr. Dre set her right. And I heard in California that, but with no prenup or something, that the woman is entitled to almost over half of the, estate. So it's a bad do, and it's real bad for women to get to the point where they are when they break up in relationships that they become vindictive, because it's a woman's world. In the courts, it's a woman's world. I've yet to see anything less than that. Wait a minute, man. They said women don't care about your struggles. They just wait at the finish line and pick the winners. You so right about that, man. I'm real sick and tired of things. That's why I got cousins that's 40. I got a cousin 45. I got a cousin that's 55, and they are scared to get married. They are scared. They haven't had kids yet. And it's men out here that are real scared because the game is all twisted. The game, women got these men shook. I mean, I just don't know. And women wonder why, some women wonder why, hey, I can't find no good man out here. You know what I'm saying? Because we all scared, all of that. I remember I was just talking about this before me and my wife was talking about relationships. And I remember, like, in my past, before I got married and met my wife and all that, and I remember being in this relationship where I got hurt bad, by this woman that I really loved and really trusted, and I got hurt bad. But I didn't give myself time to heal. You know what I'm saying? So I took all the rest of the relationships that I got into, I took that baggage into that relationship, and where I wasn't allowing myself to trust a woman. I wasn't, because I didn't fully heal, and I think a lot of us are walking around with PTSD in relationships, and so that's why a lot of relationships fail. And you will look at a person that's a woman that's a real nice looking woman, fine, and you wonder why, this woman is single, And a lot of people will sit up here and say, hey, I'm single because I want to be single. And it's hard for me to understand why a person, love is good. Love is a good thing. If you could find somebody to share your life with and just love, I just, it's hard for me to fathom that is nobody that want to be in love. Love is a good feeling. When you in love and you floating on cloud nine, everything is good. Everything is great. And I just, it's something else to me though. Carol said, women many times take baggage from one relationship more than men, so men suffer from that behavior. And they say, and by the time women figure out who was telling them the truth, their most prized possession, youth and fertility, are gone forever, leaving them with 45 years of life to wallow in the misery. Yeah. I mean, and you know what I'm saying? I believe I'm glad that my relationship journey took me to where it took me. You know what I'm saying? I believe that destiny, does play a lot in your life, but I did in my process. I remember I hurt a lot of people, because I was hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I could have easily gave up on relationships and said, "Hey, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get involved in this. I don't want," you know what I'm saying? I could have easily said that for myself, but I love to be. I mean, I always love. You know, I always love to be in love, and I just, so when I met my wife, I just knew that was it. I just knew that was it. But other than that, I got, of course, my co-host, Satellite, he a single guy. And he said the same thing. He was like, man, the choices are slim pickings out here. You know what I'm saying? And then just think of our kids. I got a 11-year-old daughter. I got an 11-year-old daughter. By the time, I'm teaching her, by the time she gets older, look, she dealing with men that, she probably going to be dealing with men that cross-dress. You know what I'm saying? Just, you got, in her era, these men, they skinny jeans, wearing these metrosexual outfits, and you know what I'm saying? And then they sensitive, they oversensitive. And me and Satellite always say that a sensitive man will kill you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be about, by the time my daughter old, I'm in 60, 70 years old, having to shoot somebody for beating up a daughter or something like that. I don't want to be that type of father, you know what I'm saying? But something got to be done. What kind of fuel injection do these relationships, what do we have to have happen for relationships to get back to where they need to be? What has to happen? What is the major problem that we're facing that that we need to get relationships to back where they need to be, where we actually dated one another, where it you know what I'm saying? We wasn't always thinking about sex on the mind, and where people wasn't so much shallow on their looks, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of looking at narcissistic women on Facebook Live. They all look at their Facebook Live like it's a mirror, and fixing their hair, pucking their lips, and all of that. I'm tired of that narcissistic behavior. That is just ridiculous. Like, if you want to do all that, go look in the mirror. We don't want to look at a video of you fixing your hair, pucking your lips, and what is that? That real narcissistic. We need to put a group and call them out for doing that. That's just some crazy stuff right there. I really don't understand it. I mean, hey, but once again, I say we both play a responsibility, both the man and the woman, of the decline in these relationships. But I just really think that when the women decided to, hey, it's payback time, that really put us at. I mean, relationships are like a civil war now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a real civil war, and I know we losing the battle all the time. You know what I'm saying? You just have it. It's terrible. It's terrible, and I'm appreciating the comments in this section, but I mean, we need more and more people to really comment on this. Like, what must we do? What must we do? You know what I'm saying? And I think one of the traditional women, what can I do for you? Civilization flourish. Feminist women, what can I do for me? Civilization. Wow, man, I gotta have you on this show one day. You a powerful person, man. That me at it. Yeah, women used to care about things a lot, and now, man, it's all about that me attitude. Like wow, and me and my partner was just talking magnetic. We was just talking about me and my partner. We was just talking about this where women, and I think you said it in the earlier comment too, where women think men, we gotta have everything. We gotta have a good job. We gotta have the money to take care of them, and all they gotta do is bring their drawers. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be together, but we got to be all the way together to. And I'm not talking about everybody, Carol. Of course, you know, there's some good women out there, but there is not much equality in relationships. There is no respect between men and women these days. Shit, sure enough. That's why I'm glad one of the building blocks. I think, you know, when me and my wife first got together, you know, I wasn't in the church. We wasn't in church much. But I think right when we got back in church, I think my relationship became better. Wait a minute, man. That say, if a woman ever tells you, if we don't have trust, we don't have anything, she is either cheating on you already or she is planning to cheat on you. There are no exceptions to this rule. You right. I dealt with that too. I dealt with that big time. And you know what? 9 times out of 10 too, if your heart is telling you that somebody is cheating on you, if your whole heart is telling you, then 9 times out of 10, that's what's going on. I mean, I done heard it all. I done heard, I love you. I need but I need time to, all of that stuff, man. We done dealt with this type of behavior before, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? And I think if I was ever single again, which I pray I'm never single, I'm pretty sure that, this is it for me. This is it for me, because I couldn't see myself out here dating again. I really can't. I tell you, I'll be like a fish out of water. I wouldn't even know what to do. Because, I don't even see myself, because I used to be a bar person. I used to go to the bars. I used to go to the clubs. I do all that. I just don't see all of that is out of me. I just don't see myself doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't even deal with childish minds no more. I can't deal with none of that. I just, I don't know. And when I was young, I was used to older women. You know what I'm saying? I was used to older women, but even some of these older women, man, now are just warped. You know what I'm saying? They think they 26. Most of these women out here that's 50 and 60 and, they dressing like they 18 or something like that. And their mind is warped. You know what I'm saying? I just hate I just hate when women think they got uh with them looks. You know, they got the looks and they think that looks just gonna get them over for everything. But when they get old, they gonna get a rude awakening. Cuz said when women started do these things, their daughters see and do. Yeah, they do. They do. Man. I'm not trying to brag, man. I'm just really happy that I have a even keel wife, and she raises. I mean, the way she do with my daughter, man, it's just I can't do nothing but appreciate that, and I'm real thankful for that, and that is just, man, that's a blessing, you know. I don't know. I just, you know, it took me what I got married at. Well, I met my wife when we've been together 15 years. And 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 one of the things that my wife was like 26. I'm 8 years older than my wife. My wife, when we met, she was like 26, 20, yeah, 25, turning 26. And one of the things that let me know that she was a genuine woman was that she told me that, hey, I'm not going to be your girlfriend forever. You know, and that's what let me know that she was raised right. You know, like, I'm not about to sit up here and play house with you. And I don't blame people, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I had to get out here and date right now. If I had to get out here and date right now, I wouldn't be wanting to waste time with a woman, you know, especially at my age. I wouldn't be wanting to waste time with a woman that has, you know, I don't have no intentions for, you know. I mean, of course, sex ain't on that scale to me no more. You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, it's nice, but it ain't my top priority. You know what I'm saying? If I'm single, I want somebody to share my life with. I want to build. You know, I want to build with that person. I don't want to, you know, be sitting up here and say, "Ooh, baby, you make me feel this and all." Man, skip all that. You know, but you know, some women, you know, they still, you know, manipulate and do, and do what they want. And with men, I ain't gonna count them out either. You know, it's some men with some rough intentions too out here, and it's just, you know. So I don't want to make it even. Sometimes I get biased because I'm speaking from a male's perspective, but it's some rough brothers out here too. You know that if women allow them to, you know, they'll run amok on them. He said, "Wait, there is so much false pretense out here. Old trying to be young and fake, the young trying to be old and seem confused." Yeah, yep. But all you gotta do is just listen to, you know, just try to have a conversation with some of these people right now. You know, and I can just imagine, because I remember, man, thinking one time when I was at a point, I was thinking to myself, like, dang, I'm going to be alone. Rest of my life ain't nothing out here. I remember thinking that to myself. Like, man, it's nothing out here. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the funny part, you know, back then it seemed like I had to work to date. Work to date. And it just seemed like now, you know, I'm married, and it just seemed like now you got people that's trying to break up your relationship. You know, they see a ring on your finger, that's an attraction to them. You know, I mean, because it's just as many dirty women out here as it is dirty men. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think most of these women are slick, more slick than men in how they do things and stuff like that. Somebody drew the analogy. They said a man will cheat with the woman next door, and they said the woman will cheat with the man across town. You know, across town. That's the difference between the cheaters. You know, we don't. men, we have an impulse. Like we can't control our impulse to cheat. When we cheat, so we'll chase something real close. Regardless of the consequence. But a woman is more slick when she cheat, cause she'll cheat across town where you ain't familiar with her, something like that. But I know that ain't the case for all women. But hey, but a cheater is a cheater, regardless of how you do it or not. You still dirty. But I'm just thankful that for my journey, like I said, I went through so many tosses and stares and bad women, and of course I did bad in a lot of relationships. I did a lot of wrong myself, so I knew I had to go through to even be there. So I did. I had to do a lot of apologizing and stuff like that. So I hope all is well. But hey, then again, if any last comments? We got 8 more minutes left. I want to see if anybody got any last comments on there. Who is more responsible for the decline of relationships, men or women? I really, I don't know. I really um, feel real like I know we both played a part in the relationship thing. But I think when, like I said, when women decided to do what men do, then things kind of went worse. You know what I'm saying? Things kind of went worse, and definitely women are not the same as they used to be. They are not the same as they used to be. I don't know, but anyway, we got 7 more minutes left. I'm trying to bring something up right quick. If I can. So make sure too that you subscribe to the Fat Cat Show Network on YouTube. Show your love. Show your love, definitely. Um, but like I said, I love love. I do. I love being in love. That's it's a wonderful thing. But I know some people don't deserve don't deserve to be in love. Some people need to keep their relationship, keep themselves single, because I don't understand that the person that falls in love just to cheat. I really don't. What is that? With all that being said, it goes both ways. Yes, it do, Carol. It does. It goes. It definitely goes both ways. But like I said, I can appreciate love. I've been through it all. I appreciate love. I kind of like hated that a lot of my life was wasted. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I think I fell in love at the right time. I met the right person at the right time, and so I can appreciate. Like I said, once again, I appreciate my journey. You know, I do. I appreciate my journey. With that all being said, I want to thank everybody, for tuning in to the Fat Cat Show tonight. Y'all take it easy. Do what you do. If you're watching the game tonight, I see Kansas City and Houston is on, but Kansas City is running away with them, and the Lakers game I think is still on. I was watching football before I did the show, but wait, Cuz said, "You have a blessed night too, Magnetic." You said when cheat thing of opportunity. When women cheat, they feel like something's missing at home. Yeah, me and just you have a blessed night, man. Blessed night. Thank you too, man. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Um, everybody that's uh that's listening and show you continue to show your support. You can catch us on iTunes too, Spotify, iHeart, Deezer, all the above platforms on here. And God bless everybody. And have a good night. Be safe, and continue to pray and let God be your path. So I'm out of here, y'all. See you later, Carol. See you, cuz. I'm out. Peace.